Hey, what's up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, man? What's going on? Merry Christmas to everybody. What's up, man? What up? I see we got Ziggy Zai in the chat. What's up, everybody, man? Merry Christmas. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about some hip-hop stories today, man, just to fill the time, man. You know I had to get in a weekend show, and no better day than Christmas Day to talk about some hip-hop news, the most current hip-hop updates. You know what I mean? So let's get to it, man. Who we got up in here, man? I see Ziggy Zai, usually always here, man. What's up, man? I see you in the chat. What's going on? Okay, man. As everybody gets in here, it looks like, man, everybody in here pretty much hit that like button. You know what I mean? So we just gonna get started. How about that? All right, man. So today I wanted to talk about a couple of different stories, man. Seems like in the Christmas spirit, it's a lot of rappers out there doing some good things, man. So we actually got some good news to talk about this week, or at least today, right? What's up? What's up, second person in here? I see you, man. KG, I see you. What's up, yo? What up? What up? What up? Who else we got in the building? Notification Gang, Southside Bangers. What's up, man? What up, man? What's going on, man? Philly in here. Okay, from Philly. With love. What's up, man? Jaquan Johnson, I appreciate it, man. Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat, man. What's up? Yup. Merry Christmas to everybody, man. This is a good day. Good day. You know what I mean? We got some good stories. That's for real. Don't be shy if you're in here either, man. Go ahead, type where you're from in the chat. We're going to be shouting it out and all that. And also, man, let me know exactly where you're coming from. You know what I mean? Area code, you know, all that. Somebody, KG said he got a hangover. Man, I ain't been drinking, man, luckily, man. You know, I ain't touched this. Yeah, I've been doing my own health. I started my health goal early, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean I ain't gonna get it in for New Year's, but today and the other days I'm all right, man. I've been chilling, man. I ain't even have the urge to indulge in the drink. You know what I'm saying? Houston, Texas in the building. What's up? Somebody said Gucci get the last say. What up? Merry Christmas to you too. Mobile, Alabama in the building. What's up, man? What up? Who else we got in here? Don't be shy. I see all y'all. Make sure you shout out your city in the chat. You know what I mean? KG, I feel you, man. Ain't nothing wrong with turning up. Hey, nothing wrong with turning up, especially on the holidays, man. Christmas in Hollywood. Oh, somebody's spreading their Christmas in Hollywood, man. What you working on, a movie? What's going on? Good stuff, good stuff. All right, man, so let me get to what I'm going to be talking about today. Y'all shout out y'all cities in the chat. Today is open. I'm going to be shouting out your cities, man, regardless. I'll stop and shout your city out. It don't matter, you know what I mean? But in order for us to get things started, man, let's bring it in like we usually do about this time and how we usually do about this time, right? What's up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Let's see who else we got in the house today. I had to bring us in right, man. We got a couple stories we're going to talk about, especially this rumor about YFN Lucci. And I call it a rumor because I haven't seen any verifiable information, you know? And we're going to talk about a little bit of the YSL case where YFN Lucci has been mentioned in the past, right? What up, Chicago? K-Town in the building. What up, 423? What's up? Milton, Florida, what's up? 10-4, what's up? 10-4, is that an area code? Or are you just saying 10-4 you copy, you know? My Life a Movie with Granddaddy OG Wayne, what's up? You and me both, man, you and me both. I think that's for everybody, man. You got to be the main character, right? Somebody said, why YFN the main attraction to a YSL case? Y'all be making stuff. I don't know, man. And that's why I got to say it's a rumor. I'll say that because I haven't seen anything official or that substantiates this rumor that YFN Lucci is about to be the key witness. You know, I see that being thrown out there, and we're going to talk a little bit about it. So Midwest in here. What's up, Midwest? The 217 Illinois is up in here. What's up? Somebody said, okay, copy that. Gotcha. Dream Doll, my mod in the building. What's up? Make sure you share this right now. Spread it out to everybody you can, and make sure you hit that like button, man. Listen to Dream Doll, man. We going. What up, man? Who else we got in the building, man? Don't be shy. Okay, so let's get to the getting, right? Okay, so there's a rumor about YFN Lucci that he's somehow going to be one of the key witnesses in this whole YSL RICO indictment. Now, to be honest, I don't know if this is factual. I see a lot of rumors out there, but I haven't seen anything substantial. Now, YFN Lucci has been mentioned during the proceedings in this case, specifically during the bond hearing for Young Thug. He's also mentioned within the indictment several times. So let's actually look at an excerpt, or at least a clip, from when he was mentioned in Young Thug's bond hearing. What's up, everybody? I see y'all, man.
Then a traffic ticket at that time again.
Let's see if we can get this going. It look like Santa don't want no drama. You know what I'm saying?
Then a traffic ticket at that time again. No weapons were found on him and no drugs were found on him. Your Honor, on Act 78 from 11519, it's a video called Bad Boy. Now, understand at a point, Mr. Williams got into a beef, if you will, with another rapper by the name of Rayshawn Bennett, also known as YFN Lucci. At some point, Lucci's mother was shot at, and the song comes out with Bad Boy that says, let's see, you better watch the way you breathe around me, for that breath be your last, boy. Smith & Wesson 45 put a hole in his heart, better not play with me. Killers, stay with me. I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mention me.
It's wild to hear these attorneys read these rap lyrics, isn't it? It's freaking...
Again, we believe that Mr. Williams doesn't sing about random theoretical acts. He sings about gang acts that he's a part of or his gang participates in. Following that, Your Honor, in the same year, Act 96 on 8/8/19, Mr. Williams posted on Instagram I guess a post, if you will. It said, IFN or YFN, if ain't like what you do for your mother and your kids, I would have killed you. And that was tagging YFN Lucci. Now, I'll go back and I'll get to that later. But this year, a YSL member attempted to kill Mr. Rayshawn Bennett, a.k.a. YFN Lucci.
All right, so we'll leave it right there. So you heard the attorney, what he said. He said that a YSL member attempted to kill Rayshawn Bennett, a.k.a. YFN Lucci. Now, I don't know how people take this, because this clip, I'll be honest, this is from like 6 months ago during Young Thug's initial bond hearing. Obviously, he's not going to get bonded this time. They're prepping to go to trial and everything, and you got a lot of people copping pleas. And when I say copping pleas, I mean copping out of this case, like left and right, to the point where it's like somebody knew every day. Like, it just, like, I don't even know what other way to put it, man. Somebody knew from YSL is getting a plea deal every day in this case, right? And the latest being a guy by the name of Obama. So the guy by the name of YSL Obama. So why do I bring him up? Because he was one of the people who were mentioned in that court case right there, right? Where they were talking about where the prosecutor or the district attorney's office was talking about somebody making an attempt on YFN Lucci's life. So let's look at this right here, man, this news story. I want to bring this up for you guys, man. Oop. Hopefully you guys see this news story. Hold up. My bad, y'all. I guess on Christmas Day, we having technical difficulties out this mug. You know what I'm saying? But we still good. We're going to change it up real quick. And bring up this page. While I'm bringing this up, there you go. There we go. Okay. So as you see right here, YSL member Antonio Obama Sumlin. That is a weird alias, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a weird AKA Obama. You know what I'm saying? It's wild, but we'll go with it. Sumlin enters plea deal in RICO case and gets 15 years of probation. Now, what's crazy about this situation is no matter how much time these guys were facing, so obviously he was looking at 15 years, these guys are getting out of jail immediately, right? They're getting the benefit of the doubt where they're being let out of jail immediately and given probation, like 15 years probation, and the rest of your time that you in jail, that's going to be time served. It's to the point where they looking at 15 years or go home and just sign this plea, and they signing them plea deals, man. Get out of here, bruh. Ain't no way around it, man. Ain't no way. I can't see anybody not signing those deals. Yeah, no matter how much they was talking that gang stuff and all that, dudes is gonna fold, man. Now it also says that he was on probation and was who reportedly planned to target YFN Lucci in jail. So one of the guys the prosecutor was talking about, and he said it was for Young Thug, man. Now let's read this story. So additional YSL members enters guilty plea in RICO case. Various YSL members have entered plea deals over the past week as part of the 56-count RICO indictment case. Gunna was one of them, and he was in jail since May. Like the other members, he received a 5-year sentence with one in prison. So Gunna got a 5-year deal, 1 year in prison. The other 4 years he's gonna be on probation. That was credited for time served, and the rest was 4-year suspended sentence. Other members include artists Lil Durk and Slime Life Shawty. They tripping. Lil Durk wasn't even involved in this, so I throw the whole article away almost. Slime Life Shawty, Thug's brother, and YSL co-founder Walter Murphy. However, even more YSL plea deals are coming in. This time, Antonio Obama Sumlin, according to his court appearance, he pled guilty to a firearm charge, which carries a 1 to 15 year sentence. He also pleaded guilty to conspiracy to violate the RICO Act and conspiracy to commit criminal street gang activities. As a result, Sumlin was able to get 15 years of probation from this deal. So, as opposed to staying in jail for those 15 years, he was released, go home. He was home before Christmas. All these guys were. Everybody in this RICO indictment who signed a plea deal so far, they made it home before Christmas. You know what I'm saying? So you really can't beat these deals. Now, that's not to encourage what they did or to say it was the right decision, but man, like somebody said in the chat, that is a get out of jail free card like no other. You know what I mean? Bruh. Now, it goes on to say this. However, even more, okay, we touched on that. According to his court appearance, blah, 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 he also pleaded guilty to conspiracy to violate the RICO Act and conspiracy to commit criminal street gang activities. As a result, Sumlin will get 15 years probation. Blah. This is all due to Sumlin reportedly targeting YFN Lucci in jail for Young Thug. Thug and Lucci had a feud for years, since 2015. Sumlin was aiming to get paid for killing Lucci, but never went on to complete the crime. So dude basically admitted that his assignment, from Young Thug, according to him, allegedly, right, was to kill YFN Lucci in jail. And he couldn't do it. But what's crazy is there have been several, and we'll go back to the news report. There were some attempts. They were caught on camera. Like, there were attempts made on YFN Lucci's life. 2 of them, to be exact, where they tried to stab him. Like, I don't know if he's that elusive, if YFN Lucci out here doing jujitsu or what he's doing, man. But somehow he evaded both of those situations. You know what I mean? Now, it says Young Thug is reporting not getting any chance at a plea deal due to him reportedly being one who was head of YSL illegal activities. The Atlanta DA will reportedly hand out as many pleas as possible in order to take down Thug. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of see this coming, right? Young Thug is the only person who hasn't been handed a deal, right? And for obvious reasons. They don't want to give Young Thug a deal because all these plea deals that they're getting are helping their case prove the point that this was a criminal organization and that he was at the head. It's like with the mafia cases, like they go for the boss. Young Thug is allegedly the boss. They going for him, man. So it looks like Young Thug didn't just, you know what I'm saying? Everybody keeps saying that these plea deals aren't hurting Young Thug's case, but why would the DA's office do them if they didn't? That doesn't even make any sense. You see what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense to me. They obviously have plans for Young Thug in this situation of getting the most time, man. And if other people in the case were looking at 10, 15 years already, you see these numbers keep going up, right? Last person was looking at 12. This guy was looking at 15. Just imagine if they find Young Thug guilty, how much time he's going to actually have to do, man. You know what I mean? It's going to be crazy. Bruh. Crazy, man. And my bad for neglecting the chat, but y'all don't neglect that like button, man. Yeah, who we got up in here, man? We got Godfather. What's up, Godfather? I see Ziggy Zai. Don't forget, shout out your cities if you want, man. Shout out your cities. But, man, with this latest development, and one of the guys who allegedly was sent to stab YFN Lucci, admitting to not being able to do it because he couldn't do it or something like that, and putting that in writing, it just makes it look that much worse for Young Thug, man. I don't think, as far as Young Thug is concerned, it's going to be a possibility for him to beat this all the way out, man. I mean, after the Tory Lanez situation, I don't think anybody beating anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's to the point.
Traffic ticket at that time. Again, no weapons were.
And I just wanted to play this clip again so you guys get the context of what was said in court already.
Found on him, and no drugs were found on him. Your Honor, on Act 78 from 11519, it's a video called Bad Boy. Now, understand, at a point, Mr. Williams got into a beef, if you will, with another rapper by the name of Rayshawn Bennett, also known as YFN Lucci. At some point, Lucci's mother was shot at, and the song comes out with Bad Boy that says, let's see, you better watch the way you breathe around me, for that breath be your last, boy. Smith & Wesson 45 put a hole in his heart, better not play with me. Bruh. Killers, stay with me. I shot at his mommy, now he no longer mentioned me. Again, we believe that Mr. Williams doesn't sing about random theoretical acts. He sings about gang acts that he's a part of or his gang participates in. Following that, Your Honor, in the same year, Act 96 on 8/8/19, Mr. Williams posted on Instagram I guess a post, if you will. It said, "Ifn or YFN, if ain't like what you do for your mother and your kids, I would have killed you," and that was tagging YFN Lucci.
Yeah, that was very. When Young Thug did that, made that post back then, I thought, man, that was wild, dog. Like you really putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you not leaving clues. You leaving the exact pathway to if something happened. And it looks like all that activity between YFN Lucci and Young Thug is coming back to hurt him, man.
Now, I'll go back and I'll get to that later. But this year, a YSL member attempted to kill Mr. Rayshawn Bennett, a.k.a.
Now, at this time, do you think they were already talking about YSL Obama? You know, the guy who put in a plea deal to evade 15 years in prison. I mean, say what you want. They tell you can be home by Christmas, or you could do these 15 years and try to fight in this RICO case. You know, most people going to take that deal, man. And like they said in the news story, I think more deals are coming, to be real with you.
YFN Lucci at the Fulton County Jail. That's on video as well. And we can tie that to the gang, and I'll get to.
You caught that, right?
Bruh.
They said that's on video already. They have the attacks on YFN Lucci in jail, the people trying to knife him. And like I said, I don't know what kind of kung fu, jujitsu, or whatever YFN Lucci know, but to evade two attackers with a knife twice, 2 times, give that dude, give him an award, actually.
Bruh.
Round of applause for that. He doing his thing. Let's go.
That later. Your Honor, on Act 97 from 9/16/19, Mr. Williams posted a video called Just How It Is. There were lyrics in that one as well.
What number is that, sir?
97, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
And it said, last N-word tried me, almost got popped at Lennox. Ask the cops, ask the detectives, they know all the business. Ask the
Man, when you start breaking them rap lyrics down like that, it really be like, man, what was you doing, dog? You was putting too much in these songs, bro. You was putting way too much in these songs, man. Like, yeah, you didn't have to name the exact location where something went down, like at Lennox. You know, like, huh? Like, you're not being secretive, but let's go.
cops and detective all the jurisdictions. Gave the lawyer close to $2 million. He handles all the killings. Mob business. We know to kill the biggest cats of all the kittens. Also, it should be noted that it's alleged that Mr. Donovan Thomas.
Now, Donovan Thomas, a.k.a. Nut, a.k.a. Big Nut, pause, is YFN Lucci's homeboy. You know what I'm saying? He was the one who lost his life in 2016. And most people by now understand that story and its significance in this YSL RICO case. It seems like it was the catalyst for the YSL RICO case. And we're going to get to a detective in a second here who talks about that, opening up the investigation and everything. So we'll get there.
Was the head of the Inglewood family criminal street gang at the time. And irrespective of his position that he might have had in a gang or not in a gang, Mr. Thomas didn't deserve to get gunned down on the road in Atlanta.
Okay, so you heard right there. It was a lot, man. That's why I had to stop it a little bit. Because now with all these cats copping these plea deals, it seems like we're getting a bigger picture of exactly what went down behind the scenes and whose word we could really take. Because at one point, a lot of this was rumor. A lot of this was speculation. You really couldn't hold it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
But with Antonio Sumlin folding and evading 15 years for himself, and Gunna folding as well, and even Young Thug's brother folding, you're starting to see this thing pieced together, right? So what I want to do is I also want to go over this story that I saw of this detective who talks about the investigation from the start. He believes that he was one of the first people, if not the first person, to start the investigation against YSL. All right? Now, let me bring this up. Oh, y'all do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that like button, man. You know? The less people we got in here, the more important the likes are. And I'm going to do some shout outs as well. Or get back to some shout outs. Because we was already doing them. Where my guy at? Oh, yeah. And if you just get in here, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to all y'all. For real. So here we go. And let me bring this up for you guys. Boom, boom, boom.
For me personally, it would have been around, I want to say April.
All right, so let's start from the beginning, from the tippy top. You know what I mean? So Fulton County's district attorney, Michael Sprinkle, says he's been investigating Young Thug since 2016, when he allegedly found out Thug rented the car that was used in the murder of Donovan Thomas, a.k.a. Big Nut. Nut was YFN Lucci's manager. Remember, YFN Lucci dedicated a whole mixtape to Nut and everything. Part of why he got his deal and everything and started to blow up and become a star. And that's what we're referencing from that bond hearing that we were just talking about. This right here.
Well, 2016, when I found out that he rented the car that was utilized in the drive-by shooting.
Okay. What about, not you personally, the Fulton County District Attorney's Office?
That I can't answer. As far as I know, I don't know. I have no idea. If there were any other investigations regarding Mr. Jeffrey Williams, I don't know about them.
Well, could you answer if you knew, do you believe that you were the first person to begin an investigation into Jeffrey Williams, or do you believe that there was already investigations into Jeffrey Williams?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance into investigation.
Go ahead and ask him, please.
To your knowledge, how long have you had an investigation ongoing, when I say you, the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, against Jeffrey Williams?
For me personally, it would have been around, I want to say April of 2016 when I...
What's crazy is they had already launched an investigation against Young Thug in April 2016. We wouldn't have even thought of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as fans, that was the furthest thing from our mind. It wasn't this whole thing of all these RICO cases. Like, fans might see this now and be like, okay, it's starting to become commonplace. Even me covering these things, right? But then it just wasn't like a rapper RICO case, like a rapper involved in a RICO case, a mass RICO investigation involving a rapper. When was the last time that probably happened in hip hop? I want to say what? Murder Inc. or something like that, like Ja Rule and those cats, like some old school stuff. You know what I'm saying? So nah, man, we wouldn't even been thinking of this, man. And this guy was already on top of it or launching the investigation that got us to here today.
Found out that he rented the car that was utilized in the drive-by shooting.
Okay. What about, not you personally, the Fulton County District Attorney's Office?
That I can't answer. As far as I know, I don't know. I have no idea. If there were any other investigations regarding Mr. Jeffrey Williams, I don't know about them.
Well, could you answer if you knew, do you believe that you were the first person to begin an investigation into Jeffrey Williams, or do you believe that there was already investigations into Jeffrey Williams?
Objection, Your Honor, relevance into investigation.
Go ahead and ask him.
So you heard that, man. He was like, he didn't even know if anybody else had launched an investigation. But based on the fact that he thought that Young Thug, or he felt he could prove that Young Thug rented that car, that's what gets us here today. You know what I'm saying? That's what gets us to this point today, man. Oh, man, what up, everybody? I'll see you guys in there. Make sure you hit that like button. And for everybody who already did, man, we showing love on Christmas, man. What up? All right. Y'all ain't hear that? Nah, y'all heard that. Because I could tell, because I got it feeding back over here for me. So you good, man. Let's see, man, what we got in the chat. But yeah, all right. So to wrap that up, all the times that YFN Lucci has been mentioned in this RICO indictment, including in the bond hearing, I still don't see any proof that he's going to be the lead witness or one of the lead witnesses in this situation. You know what I mean? And remember, YFN Lucci has his own RICO case that he has to worry about. He's got a YFN RICO case that's going on. Now, is there a possibility he might cop a deal in order to get the same deal that everybody else got? Like time served and go home, or don't skip, or what is it? What is the Monopoly phrase? Don't pass go, collect $200 or whatever, man. Don't collect $200. Yo, all that, man. All that. He's probably gonna get all that if he did, man. But I don't know. The likelihood. Because remember, YFN Lucci's involvement in the YFN RICO case is him being accused of being the driver when somebody else in his car got shot and leaving him to die, right? One of the guys, they allegedly went to somebody else's hood to do a retaliation shooting. While there, the people who were getting shot at retaliated and shot back. One of the people in YFN Lucci's car was shot in the head and was left there, allegedly. And that's how they traced everything to YFN Lucci. And they said that YFN Lucci even drove his Maybach truck to do the shooting.
Bruh.
Craziness, man. Like you can't find that truck. You know what I'm saying? Rappers be tripping me out sometimes with some of this stuff, dog. Like, they're going to be able to trace a Maybach truck, bro. Like, there's not that many of those, dog. They be like, oh, who are the two people who bought one of these this year? You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man.
Bruh.
But it's all good. It's all good. I think as far as these rumors with YFN Lucci, I don't see any proof of it. Until I see an official plea agreement come through and this helps him in this case somehow, then okay. But other than that, I would just say, man,
stop the cap.
Exactly. All right, so let's move on to some other stories, man. We light up in here too, so that's good. Means I get to communicate with you guys more. You know what I mean? Let's talk about Big Scarr, man. Man, so Big Scarr, talked about him earlier this week, right? And the fact that, you know, he lost his life. Sad situation, right? And he was only 22 years old. Well, it seems like his family have come out to talk about exactly what happened. Now, there were rumors, and I heard them about the whole pills and all that stuff, man. I heard that. And I didn't want to put that out there until I found out what was real. And I don't think his family would have any reason to lie. So let's go around this and do this story, man. Let's talk about this. So this is from the New York Post as well. It says, rapper Big Scarr's cause of death revealed by family member report. Now, an alleged family member of up-and-coming rapper Big Scarr has claimed that the 22-year-old died from a drug-related death. You know what I mean? And because of prescription pills. The late 22-year-old's uncle, Arthur Woods, told TMZ Friday that Gucci Mane's protege overdosed at his girlfriend's house in Memphis, Tennessee on Thursday. Now, the crazy part about this is that was the rumor the whole time. Everybody said that. They were like, he overdosed at his girlfriend's crib. Like, you know what I mean? Like on her couch or something like that. Now, Woods said he does not know where his nephew got the pills, but claimed that the Make a Play rapper experienced several traumatic experiences in his young life, including nearly dying after being shot and suffering serious injuries from a car crash when he was 16. He also stated that Big Scarr suffered from depression, which is serious, man. It's sad, man. You know?
Bruh.
Sad, man. Now, born Alexander Woods, Scarr took to his stage name after that car crash in which he was reportedly thrown through the windshield of a friend's car and left with several scars. Now, during this period in time, he went on to flourish in the rap game. Now, as he flourished in the rap game, he started to garner up hits and make all sorts of records, right? Until eventually we were hit with the news on Thursday that he passed away. And here's a news story of what happened.
We are following more breaking news tonight. This is about a Memphis rapper connected to Young Dolph. Rapper Big Scarr has died. This is what was posted by rapper Gucci Mane on his Instagram page. It shows a picture of Big Scarr along with the caption that reads, "This hurts. I'm going to miss you." We are hearing the rapper died today. He was signed to Gucci Mane's label. Right now, we are working to learn how he died. Big Scarr was about to go on tour with Key Glock next year. He was just 22 years old.
Crazy, man. So you heard there, man. Big Scarr was only 22 years old when he passed away, and it was an emergency, man. And the whole hip-hop industry was shook up, and people were not quick to judge either, man. I noticed everybody was waiting to see what happened, or even if it was true. But obviously, according to this story from TMZ and everything involving his family, obviously it was true. And a lot of the rumors that were out there about the cause of death seem to be proven true as well. So Big Scarr did lose his life as a result of a drug. Let me word this correctly: a drug-related death. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, man. And Gucci Mane reached out on social media to say some things about this, and also other rappers commented on this. One of those being Finesse 2 Times. Now, I'm not too sure if you guys know about Finesse 2 Times. I'm pretty sure you do. If you watch me, you probably know exactly who Finesse 2 Times is. Finesse 2 Times is probably one of the hottest rappers in the game right now. And he commented on this situation. We'll get to that in a second. And reacted to Big Scarr, losing his life in the fashion that a lot of people thought he did. So let's look at what Finesse 2 Times had to say.
All right. R.I.P. to Big Scarr, man. Like, I actually want to boycott these motherfucking perks, but like, I don't want to knock niggas hustle, bruh. Like, I know a lot of niggas out here in the streets who getting their money, bruh. Like, I don't want to boycott.
Man, he seemed, let's go.
But I want to get with a couple real men and boycott these motherfucking Percocets, dog, because, like, they done killed so many good niggas I know, like, y'all don't understand, but, like, I'm sitting up here with baby and I'm chopping it up. All the drugs they kill, they been taking to their grave and shit. I don't know. Fuck's sake. All right. R.I.P. to Big Scarr, man. Shit, like, I just did a 5-ball, bruh, and y'all don't know, bruh. Like, our family be really waiting on us to get home, bruh. Like, we be in jail with these drugs, bruh, with these pills, bruh, and doing different shit, bruh. These folk waiting on us, bruh. And when I went in, I was a young nigga. I was 24, so I kind of understand where y'all coming from a little bit, but it is like y'all ain't understanding what the going on. Y'all ain't getting the bigger picture, bro. Like, y'all ain't understanding the next generation, our kids, bro, our nephews, our nieces. That's the
Man, I like Finesse 2 Times, so don't take this the wrong way. But he seemed like he giving some advice, and he might be, I don't want to go there, but some seem a little off to y'all, because Finesse 2 Times, he kind of rap kind of fast too, and he be hitting what do you call it, his double entendres real quick, man, his double meanings and stuff. It's wild, man. It's wild. But obviously he felt bad about what happened to Big Scarr. And that's the gist of what he's saying right there. I'm gonna have to just level that out for that brother, man, because he was taking a while to get there, but we know where he wanted to land. So we'll leave it at that, all right? And shout out Finesse 2 times, man. He's dope, man. He's dope. I remember before he got locked up, I was doing little videos about him, you know, before I got a platform and stuff, man. So let's talk about some good news, man. Let's talk about some of the positive things coming out of this holiday weekend, man. And hopefully you guys like this just because of the positivity, a little change, right? So this is a story from allhiphop.com, and hopefully you guys see that. It says NBA Youngboy and Fredo Bang in long-standing beef with toy drive for Baton Rouge kids. What?
Bruh.
NBA Youngboy and Fredo Bang ending their beef? That's amazing. That is amazing, bruh. That's proof that it can happen. You see what I'm saying? So NBA Youngboy and Fredo Bang, they're ending their long-standing beef at a toy drive. So one of Baton Rouge's deadliest beefs has ended on an overwhelmingly positive note with a Christmas giveaway for children. Read more. Louisiana native rappers NBA Youngboy and Fredo Bang shocked the rap world when they put aside their long-standing beef and teamed up TJ Commas for a toy drive for kids in Baton Rouge on Christmas Eve. So yesterday, let me get these brothers. That is remarkable, man. This is a deadly beef that's been going on for a long time between NBA Youngboy and Fredo Bang. And I mean real people, like people have really died in between this. You know what I'm saying? There's been threats back and forth between their camps and stuff. And for them to do a toy drive for the community in order to dead the beef, nothing short than amazing, man. Shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? Props to that. Now, according to reports, the rappers settled their differences on a phone call, which took place earlier this week. The drive-through event, which will take place at 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. at the Breck Adam Building, will feature donations of 1,000 toys, bikes, coats, and athletic shoes. In addition to these generous donations, the event's organizers are hosting a private dinner and providing gifts for families in Baton Rouge who have recently lost their homes in house fires. So it looks like they teamed up with somebody in the local community to make a stand, do something for people, and to squash the beef, man. The trifecta up out here, you know what I'm saying? Now in quotes it says, "I know it's hard times out here, so you know we trying to help y'all out and make sure your kids have something for Christmas. We also missing a lot of rappers in the city and rap labels. Trill ENT, Mouse on that track, Webby, Boosie, Level. We need all y'all rappers to pull up and pass one toy out. You heard me, don't be too gangster for the kids," Fredo Bang said. So Fredo Bang put that message out to all the other rappers within the city of Baton Rouge to tell them to come out to the toy drive to give back to the kids. Now the show of unity is significant for the city of Baton Rouge. Fredo Bang and his frequent collaborator Lit Yoshi are allegedly members of the Top Boy Guerrilla Crew. The pair were rumored to have been involved in a drive-by shooting in 2019 near the Trump International Beach Resort in Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. Remember, somebody lost their life at that shooting as well. Somebody got shot. Like, a guy was sitting in his car, a shootout took place, and he lost his life, the guy who was sitting in his car. He was on his lunch break or something like that. A guy he worked at like a car rental place right across the street from Trump National. So crazy situation. The shooting left NBA Youngboy's girlfriend injured and a bystander dead, with Youngboy being the suspected target. No one has been charged for the killing, but prosecutors in Louisiana believe that TBG may have been connected to the death of Mohammed Girardi, the Hertz rental car employee who was killed in the shooting. Lit Yoshi is currently serving 15 years in prison after pleading guilty to 2 charges: aggravated assault with a firearm in 2019 and attempted first-degree murder and assault by drive-by shooting on 4th of July 2020. Both of those cases I've covered extensively talking about Lit Yoshi, right? Now, the shootings were reportedly related to gang activity, according to, numerous sources. As for NBA Youngboy, he will not be attending the event. The rapper born Kentrell Golden has been on house arrest in Utah since October 2021. The crazy part about NBA Youngboy's house arrest in Utah is he has to pay for that. Like, he has to pay for the security checks, all of that. So that's continually depleting money out of his pockets. Now, I know NBA Youngboy probably got it and he's doing well, but I know his lawyers are fighting like no other to get him off that house arrest. Now, the conditions of NBA Youngboy's bail include home incarceration, a location monitoring device, pre-approved visitation. However, he will soon return to Louisiana to face a pending gun case. What's odd is it seems like the gun case that originally started all this is possibly beatable for NBA Youngboy, but with like I said, with the Tory Lanez situation, I don't want to say anything's beatable. Seems like a lot of these cases have been whooping cats out here. You know what I mean? Now, it was unexpected and heartwarming to see these artists come together and give back to their community during the holiday season. In related news, NBA Youngboy just released a project called Lost Files, which is the eighth full-length release of 2022. So NBA Youngboy been out here dropping music. You know what I mean? Like, no problem. He had a joint he did with Quando. He has a lot of joints out here, man. But it looks like him and Fredo Bang were somehow able to put all the beef in the past aside and go ahead and get something accomplished for people in the local community and to try to dead the beef. So we just want to say that's dope. So also in the giving spirit, man, we had Meek Mill, right? So Meek Mill was also in the giving spirit out here, right? And he actually did something cool for some people that I wanted to talk about too, man. He actually paid the bond for a couple of people. And it came as a shocker. Oh, so Meek Mill, my bad. I'm trying to bring the story up while also talking. So Meek Mill actually went to his local community in Philadelphia and paid the bond for 20 women who were actually held in jail on bond before the holidays who couldn't afford to pay it in order to get out. Now, I don't know the price range for these bonds or how much he had to pay out of pocket, but eventually he was able to pay all 20 bonds and to get those ladies released in order to go see their families. So, amazing thing for Meek Mill as well. And I wish I could bring the story up, but it's acting up right now. You know what I mean? So shout out to Meek Mill as well. That's an amazing thing. You got to give credit. We're going to cover the bad. We're going to cover the bad. We got to cover the good. You know what I'm saying? And what Meek Mill did there was a good thing. Now, there's another story out there that I want to talk about as well. And hopefully it comes up. It's Meek Mill's judge. So the judge that sentenced Meek Mill, remember when Meek Mill got arrested and went back to prison because he popped a wheelie? Remember that? Hopefully you guys remember that. It wasn't too long ago. You know what I mean? But just to refresh your memory, man, Meek Mill popped a wheelie on a four-wheeler in New York, which is against the law, you know? For most people, I think they get a minor ticket for that or whatnot. Meek Mill was already on probation or papers, as they would say. So he had to turn himself in and go back to prison. And the judge wasn't showing him any type of leniency. Now, this story talks about that very same judge. Now, Philly judge who sentenced Meek Mill to prison has been transferred to civil court. Now, for most people, civil court transfer from a criminal case or a criminal standpoint, it sounds like a downgrade. Now, Janice Brinkley, the Pennsylvania judge who sentenced Meek Mill to prison, is facing her own legal battle. According to the Philadelphia Inquirer, the 66-year-old judge was transferred to civil court this year amid growing concerns about her ethics and work management. Brinkley's pending criminal cases were reportedly reassigned and subjected to reviews by various lawyers judges who allegedly found a pattern of questionable rulings and behavior.
Bruh.
Yo, so basically they're saying they question her judgment in a lot of these judgments these sentences she was handing out. Now, they also said that they found a pattern. These include imposing illegal sentences, allowing sentences to run past their maximum date, and failing to quickly address cases remanded by her by higher courts. Now, Brinkley filed a petition this month to reserve the transfer, saying that the reassignment raises unwarranted suspicions about her integrity and performance. In quotes, it says, the last place that such shenanigans can be allowed is in our courts, where the integrity must be hallmarked, she wrote. The petition, which is submitted to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, came months after Brinkley filed a racial and gender discrimination complaint against Lucreta Clemens and Lizette Sheridan Harris, two black supervising judges from the Philadelphia County Court of Common Pleas. Brinkley, who is also black, declined to provide details about the allegations of discrimination, but said it was based on race, age, and gender. So it seems like these judges are battling it out between each other. You know what I mean? And no wonder, man. I don't know, man. It seemed like that judge at the time Meek Mill was going through his thing, she had it out for him, man. You know what I mean? And basically they're saying that some of her sentencing might have been illegal. So take from that what you want.
Bruh.
Now they're saying that the criticism was fueled in 2017 when she slapped Meek Mill with a 2 to 4 year prison sentence for probation violations. The sentencing, which stemmed from a decade-old drug and gun conviction, sparked nationwide calls for criminal justice reform. So talking about the fact that in 2017, Meek Mill went to jail because he was caught popping a wheelie. You know, normally somebody would get a ticket, like I said. Meek Mill ended up going to prison for that, man. Meek Mill's legal team also accused Brinkley of having a personal vendetta against the Philly rapper, as she allegedly had ties to his former manager, Charlie Mack. Brinkley reportedly urged Mill to ditch Roc Nation to return to Mack, and also asked Mill to give her a shout out in one of his songs. Mill rejected both requests. So he's saying that this judge that's now under scrutiny and all her cases being looked at came to him and said, ditch Roc Nation and get with your old manager. Like, try to put the squeeze on him. And since he didn't, she had a vendetta ever since. So when he got caught up in 2017 popping the willie, that's why she hit him with the 2 to 4 year prison sentence, instead of just, maybe strengthening the rules of his probation or something like that, man. Crazy, man. Crazy. It's a dirty game out there, man. Because he said that she has a relationship with his old manager. Is it that serious, man? It's a lot going on in hip hop, man. Like where having control of somebody's career and being their manager and stuff like that seems to have a little bit more pull in people's eyes. Now, I don't want to feed to any of the conspiracies out there and the things that are being said with recent cases, but man, if that is true, that's some real diabolical type stuff coming in the way of that judge. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's true or not, but right now they're looking at all their cases. If I was Meek Mill, I would sue. As soon as they come back with a decision and say, yeah, she was giving out bad sentences and stuff like that, I'll be like, yo, I'm suing. Forget this. You know what I'm saying? So Diddy goes off. Okay, so man, I wanted to talk about one last thing. We did all our happy Christmas stories, and we like to keep these relatively short. Happy Christmas to anybody getting in here too, man. Happy holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And happy whatever you celebrate, man. Just as long as you're happy. Feel me? Now, Diddy goes off on G Herbo. Let's play this real quick before we get out of here. I saw this at Diddy, and I thought this was funny, man. One of my homeboys sent this to me this morning. So, Diddy, man. Diddy and Carisha, man. Or Yung Miami. So they've got, I guess, a relationship? What do we want to call this, man? Because he just had a kid with some other lady, right? And he gave her show, you know what I'm saying? And I hate to say gave. I guess she earned it in some way. Whatever, right? But they've had kind of a relationship where she's dealing with Diddy, right? And Diddy seems to not be too, care too much because he's dealing with other ladies, right? But it seems like a recent interview she did with G Herbo had Diddy in his feels.
Bruh.
So let's talk about it. Let's actually play this. It says Diddy goes off on G Herbo and Yung Miami for flirting on Caresha Please. Now, Caresha Please is the award-winning podcast, and I should say BET award-winning podcast that Caresha or Yung Miami hosts, and she brings on celebs, most of the hip-hop's elite, you know what I mean? People who are being talked about right now. And they do relatively well numbers, man. It's good interviews.
It's a dream come true for me. Turn this up. Let me see if these niggas flirting with each other. Is there any flirtations that's going on? You trying to talk my shorty wop? Nah, nigga, nah, no. I see it, nigga.
Cause I have been to one of your shows.
Yeah. Why would you have one of that nigga's shows? Why you smiling like that?
He said, funny, man. Why was you at his show? This is hilarious, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think that Diddy is he might be putting on a little bit, but it's still funny.
This is a dream come true for me. Turn this up. Let me see if these niggas flirting with each other. Is there any flirtations that's going on? You trying to talk my shorty wop? Nah, nigga, nah.
Bruh.
No, I see it, nigga.
Cause I have been to one of your shows.
Yeah. Why would you have one of that nigga's shows? Why you smiling like that? This is a dream come true.
All right, so that was Diddy, man. I don't know. Y'all think he's serious? I know him and Yung Miami's relationship has been under a lot of scrutiny lately because of it doesn't seem like they take each other serious, but they do kind of vouch for each other in public. So I don't know how to take this, man. Maybe Diddy is just playing with it, man. Maybe he's messing with people, man. But yet, it seems like he was in his fields, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the chat and in the comments later when you see this. But man, that had me cracking up. He was like, "What was you doing at his show?" You know what I'm saying?
Bruh.
Maybe Diddy was just enjoying the holidays a little much, man, and got in his feels. You know what I mean? All right, so one last story, and then we going to get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all make sure y'all share this, man. Share this. Don't forget to share this. Hit that like button and share this to as many people as possible, man. I know everybody needs a good laugh, so definitely, man. Let's talk about Tory Lanez situation as of now. You know what I mean? Which isn't good. I'm going to keep it real, man. Because Tory Lanez is currently in jail. And when I say jail, I'm talking about in jail, transport, all that has already been complete. He doesn't even have to wait to be processed. It's a done deal. All he's waiting for now is sentencing. You know what I mean? And the crazy part about it is, if you would have asked me, I have to say this. I never thought he would have been in this position, to be real. Because Tory Lanez, when all that information was coming out with the case, it almost made nothing but sense to people that he would get some sort of time because, he ain't supposed to have no gun, especially in California. My bad. Especially in California. There you go. There goes Tory Lanez. Especially in California, you ain't supposed to have no gun like that, or you could have a gun, but it's very strict. There's all sorts of rules in California, New York City that, you got to deal with guns. But, man, things in the court case worked against Tory Lanez, and, man, he ended up getting found guilty on all 3 charges.
Bruh.
Shocker. The whole hip-hop community was shocked. You know what I'm saying? The entire hip-hop community was shocked. Yeah? And it ain't looking no better since that. So let's actually look at this right here. So it looks like Tory Lanez has officially processed into prison or to jail. He was remanded after the court case and all the wildness ensued after that. He had his dad who was wilding out, man. He even was wilding out when he was taken out of the court. So he was in the courtroom after the verdict came down. He called the judge wicked. He called the jury wicked. He called everybody wicked, allegedly, right? Taken outside, and he was kind of giving like a sermon or something like that, man. Maybe not funny, but that's what it looked like. And he was basically like, yeah, man, the wickedness and Rock Nation and he was like talking about all these people in the rap industry. It was weird, man. It was weird. But it came home to a lot of people. They were feeling that. So it's circulating on social media. Now in this, it says that Tory Lanez's legal name, Daystar Peterson, is now listed as an inmate in Los Angeles County jail system. He was handcuffed in the courtroom after the jury verdict and was read and led away by deputies. So let's actually look at this information that they have provided, which is basically his booking info, man. Obviously no bail because he's been found guilty. So now he's an inmate, man. Like he's officially, man, or said to be an inmate. I wonder how long it takes for an appeal, in California. That's what I wonder, man, because in this situation, I don't know. Maybe he can. There's a lot of lawyers out there saying that he could win his appeal, but there was a lot of lawyers who were out there saying that he wasn't even going to be found guilty in this case because it was just too much to doubt without a questionable. Because if you have to prove somebody guilty without a reasonable doubt, it seemed to most legal professionals at the time there was a lot of reasonable doubt. But it turns out that, man, maybe it wasn't enough for the jury. So they came out and said, yo, forget this. We're gonna find him guilty on all 3 charges, man. So, man, regardless, Tory Lanez, if you're a fan of his, man, keep him in your prayers. Because it's Christmas Day, you know what I mean? We all celebrating, having a good time, enjoying our loved ones, talking to our friends, family, and he's stuck behind bars right now. Be it for what he did or didn't, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly. He was found guilty, so that's where we at, man. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. So we're going to leave that there. We're going to leave that there, man. Now, with that, this been your boy, Big Man. I know only a few of you were able to show up. I understand. It's Christmas. You're enjoying your time, enjoying your family, having fun, but don't stop on my account. But on your way out, make sure you hit that like button, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop one of these lives and your boy is out of here. Shout out to Dream Doll, my mod. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the people who come to the chat and comment every time we go live. Regardless, man, I appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? And happy holidays and a Merry Christmas to all.